Hey guys, and welcome back. In this video we are going to see how to download and install Windows 11 on VMware Workstation Player. Now this VMware Workstation Player is a virtualization software. It allows us to run virtual machines. Like my host computer is running on Windows 11, but this VMware allows me an option to install other operating systems as well, without changing any property of my host computer or without making any kind of changes to the host computer. So which means my Windows 11 will be running as it is, and VMware is going to allow me to install Mac OS 12 or 13 or Ubuntu or any other operating system which is supported by VMware. So all these operating systems can be installed virtually, which means we will get the opportunity to explore these operating systems without having any kind of effect on our host computer. Apart from the fact that we will have to share the resources of the host computer with the guest operating system, there will be no other effect on the host computer. So that is the main advantage of using virtual machines. So first of all, we will have to download the VMware Workstation Player. So just open up your browser and then look for VMware Workstation Player. And then the first link, which is from the VMware.com, just open it up. And then the home page will open up. Now it says VMware Workstation 16 Player is freely available to use for non-commercial, personal as well as home use, but the commercial organizations will require commercial licenses to use Workstation Player. So keep that in mind, and then scroll down below. We will have the download link for the VMware Player. Just click on it and then the download will begin. Just download it. In the meanwhile, we can start with the download of Microsoft Windows 11 in case you have not downloaded the ISO file of Windows 11. So for that, I will open up my browser once again and then just search for download Windows 11 ISO, and then click on the first link that appears in the result, that is from Microsoft.com. And then on this page you can get all the information related to Windows 11 installation. So it says that if you are upgrading from Windows 10, we recommend that you wait until you are notified through Windows Update that the upgrade is ready for your PC. So which means if you are running Windows 10 and you want to install Windows 11, then you should not directly download it from here and then try to do a fresh install. Instead, you should wait for the upgrade option to be enabled for you. If and when the upgrade is available for you, you are going to be notified in your computer in the notification center that the upgrade is ready. Then you can install the Windows 11. And then after that, just scroll down to the part where we have this option, download Windows 11 disk image, that is ISO. And then here just click on this drop down menu which says select download. From here you have to select Windows 11 multi-edition ISO. Then before you begin, these are the prerequisites: that you should have an internet connection, a blank DVD, and your computer should have a 64-bit CPU. Yeah, that's right, Windows 11 does not run on 32-bit CPU, so it's official now. You need to have a 64-bit processor to run Windows 11. And for the rest of the system requirements, we can take care of them by managing the hardware profile. So anyways, I'll just minimize this and let's click on download. Now after that, we will have to select the product language. So just click on this drop down menu, and from here you can select the language which you want. Now I'm just going to select English United States, or you can select your local language, that is totally up to you, and then click on confirm. Now the request is going to be validated, and then finally you will get this button that says 64-bit download. So I'll just click on this button and the download is going to begin. It's a big file, 5.17 GB. so it might take some time, so you might give it a rest until it completes downloading. Alright, now that we have downloaded all the requirements, we can actually start with the installation process. So the first is to install the VMware Workstation. So open up the folder in which you have downloaded the VMware Workstation player and then right click on it and run as administrator. Alright. Just click on next, accept the terms and conditions, then click on next. Then there's one option to install enhanced keyboard driver. Now this enhanced keyboard driver is a software that allows you to have a better experience when using your keyboard in virtual machines. If you want to install it, you can just tick it. Alright, then on the next page, if you want, you can click on join the VMware Customer Experience Improvement Program, or if you don't want, you can just untick it and then click on next. You can click on next and then install. Once the installation is finished, you can just click on finish button and finish the installation. Now once the installation is complete and the VMware Workstation opens up, on the left side you can see all the virtual machines that are available on your computer. If you are installing Workstation for the first time, you might not be having any virtual machine, but since I have created few virtual machines before, that's why they are available in the display. Anyways, then just click on create a new virtual machine. Then from here, tick mark this option, I will install the operating system later, and then click on next. Then from this window, select Microsoft Windows, and then under versions, tick mark Windows 10 and later x64, and then click on next. Now here we can give a name to our virtual machine, so I'll just write Windows 11. And then if you want to change the location where to save this virtual machine, you can do that from here. You can click on browse and then you can select the directory where you want to save your virtual machine. But by default, the location for the virtual machines in a virtual machines folder, which is under documents. So I'll just let it be the default one and I'll just click on next. Now on this window, we have to specify the amount of hard disk space that you are willing to allocate to your virtual machine. By default, VMware has allocated 60 GB, but I'll recommend you or suggest you to at least allocate 100 GB. And if you have plenty of space in your computer, then you can allocate more than 100. And then make sure you have selected the second option, that is split virtual disk into multiple files, because this makes the storing of your virtual machine easier. The entire disk space that you allocate to your virtual machine will not be utilized right away. It will be used as and when it is required by the virtual machine. And there might be some reduction in the performance, but it's very marginal. So the second option is a better choice. Then click on next. And then we can customize the hardware profile for your virtual machine. So just click on customize hardware. Alright, now the first thing here is memory. Make sure you have allocated at least 4 GB of RAM to your virtual machine. And if you have more RAM to spare, then you can allocate more than 4, but at least keep it till 4 GB. I am going to allocate 6 GB. Then after that, click on processors on the left tab. And then allocate at least 2 processor cores. I will allocate 4 processor cores for better performance. And then click on new CD DVD. And then under connection, we have to click on this use ISO image file. Then click on browse and then browse to the location where you have downloaded your Windows 11 ISO file. And then click on open. Alright. Then we can just click on close. And then finally click on finish. Alright, now you can see your Windows 11 virtual machine has been created. But before we can start it up, we have to do some kind of modification in the VMX file of this virtual machine. So just close your VMware Workstation and then open the location where you are saving your virtual machine. if you have not changed the location, then the default location will be virtual machines folder under documents. So just open it up and then open Windows 11. Then you have to look for this VMX file. It is VMware Virtual Machine Configuration file. And if you are still not sure whether this is VMX file or not, then you can right click on it and then click on properties. And then you can see that under type of file, it says .vmx. So this is the VMX file we are looking for. Alright. So now right click on this VMX file and then scroll to open with and then click on Notepad. If Notepad is not displayed in the options here, then you can click on choose another app and then click on Notepad. Then the VMX file is going to open up in your Notepad. Now here we have to just scroll to the bottom and then just type utoAddVTPM equals software within double quotes. Then on the next line, write managedVM.autoADDVTPM equals software within double quotes. I will keep these two lines in the description of the video so that you can directly copy it from there and paste it in your VMX file so that you don't make any kind of spelling mistake. We have to do this because we cannot install or run Windows 11 if we don't have support for Trusted Platform module as well as Secure Boot. Now to bypass TPM as well as Secure Boot, we have to make some changes in our VMX file. Alright, then you can just save the file. Anyways, then just close the Notepad and open your VMware Workstation player. And then click on Windows 11 and then click on Play Virtual Machine. Let me maximize the screen. Alright. Then you will get this message, press any key to boot from CD DVD. So just press any key and the Windows installation is going to begin. Now the first window that pops up is regarding the language. So in the first drop down menu, English United States is the only option available because that depends on the type of ISO file you have downloaded. Then in the second drop down menu, I'll just select English India. You can select the time and currency format according to your local region, and then keyboard or input layout, I will let it be on English India. Alright, then just click on next, then click on install now. And then Windows is going to ask for product key. You don't have to worry if you don't have a product key now. You can just click on I don't have a product key, and then after the installation is over, you will have the option to enter the product key anytime you want. Then you have to choose the edition of Windows that you want to install. Let's say we install Windows 11 Pro. Alright, then click on next. Then we have to accept the terms and conditions, then click on next. Now if you are upgrading Windows from a previous version of Windows, then you can click on upgrade, but since we are doing a fresh install, so I'll just click on custom, install Windows only. Now we have 100 GB of unallocated space, so I'll just click on drive 0 and then click on new and then click on apply. To ensure that all Windows features work correctly, Windows might create additional partitions for your system files. It's okay, just click on OK. And then click on the third partition, that is the primary, and then click on next. And finally, the Windows installation is going to begin. It will take near about 20 minutes to finish installation, so you can just let the installation get over. Now once the installation is over, we have to set up Windows PC. So the first thing Windows asks is your country or region. Since I chose India at the beginning of the installation for time and currency format, That's why Windows is suggesting India as the first option. So I'll just click on India and then click on next. You can choose your country or region and then click on yes. Alright. Then is this the right keyboard layout or input method? I'll just click on English India. You can choose your keyboard layout and then click on yes. If you want to add a second keyboard layout, you can do that from here, but I'll just click on skip. Then Windows is going to ask you to name your device. So you can give any name that you want to give and then click on next. Then Windows is going to restart. Then how would you like to set up this device? Here, just click on setup for personal use and we will need a Microsoft account to set up our PC. Then unlock your Microsoft experience. Now Microsoft requires that we have a Microsoft account to use Windows, and this account is going to help you in keeping the backups of your Windows as well as save the settings that you have on your computer. And also it makes it very easy to keep track of your subscription preferences of all the applications that you use at one place, so that you can sync content and different settings across the devices. So just click on sign in. Then you have to sign in using your Microsoft account. If you don't have an account yet, then you can click on this link that says create one. It's very easy to create an account and it's free, so you can just do it right away. If you don't have one Microsoft account, type your password and click on sign in. Alright. Then you can create a PIN for your computer so that you can log in into your computer quickly without having to enter the long password every time. And also if you want your PIN to have letters and symbols, then you can just tick mark this checkbox and then use letters and alphabets. Alright. And let's connect you to a network. Just click on next. Then choose privacy settings for your device. Now you can choose which privacy settings you want to be on this Windows PC or on this Windows virtual machine. I will just turn off everything except location. That is totally up to you which settings you want to be turned on. Then finally, let's customize your experience. Now depending on how you are going to use this virtual machine, you can tick mark on different options. Let's say I'll tick mark entertainment, then creativity and business, then click on accept. Alright. And if you have an Android phone with you that you want to connect with your Windows virtual machine, you can do that from here. You can just scan this QR code from your Android phone and install the application in your phone, and then you can connect your Android with your Windows. But you can do that later also, so just click on skip, then back up your files with OneDrive. Now if you want all the files that are on desktop, documents and pictures to be synced with your OneDrive, then you can click on next. But if you want to sync only selected files with the OneDrive, then you can just click on only save files to this PC. Then later you can keep the files in the OneDrive that you want to be synced with OneDrive. Alright. And the installation will be over and you will be taken to the desktop of Windows 11, and you can see the applications or the softwares that are available right out of the box. If you right click on start button and then click on system, then you can see the details about your system. And you can see that the virtual machine actually recognizes my processor, which is Intel Core i7-10750H, and you can see that within bracket it's written 2 processors. Now you might think I have allocated 4 processors, but here only 2 processors are written. It's because of the fact that processors will be treated as the physical cores, and because of these 2 physical cores we will have 4 logical processors on this virtual machine. Alright. So anyways, that completes the installation of Windows 11 on VMware Workstation Player. And if you want to get the widescreen display or the full screen display, then you can follow my next video in which we are going to install the VMware tools to get the additional features that are available in VMware Player, as well as to get the high definition display and the graphics support for this virtual machine. So that's all for this video. I hope you liked the video. So don't forget to give a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. I'm going to see you in the next video. Till then, take care and thanks for watching.